Vinny, can you hear us, mate?
Yeah, I can hear you, pal.
Great. Off you go.
Sure. Hi, Robbie, how you doing?
Hi, good, thanks.
Good. You spoke, I think, earlier in the tour about having unfinished business from 2017. So how does it feel to have that starting opportunity in the first test against the Springboks?
Yeah, feels great. I suppose I spoke about the last tour being a massive learning for me personally, and took a lot from it, and obviously used it as a springboard to get to here. So yeah, it's a great feeling to be involved in that starting test team, and it's where you want to be as a player. So yeah, very exciting times for everyone.
What was the emotion at the time when you discovered that you would be starting?
Yeah, it was obviously nerves, and then I suppose not knowing what was going to happen. I think personally I wasn't sure, with the quality of players here. Anyone could take the jersey. So it's yeah, no, it was great. It was a great feeling to hear my name, and then yeah, just really looking forward to the challenge. But yeah, it's been a great tour to date. So it's building up nicely.
I think you also said you've got more to offer this time around. I just wonder how the partnership with Elliot Daly is going to help you showcase that.
Yeah, I suppose it's a really exciting partnership with Elliot. His game knowledge and his attacking skill set are second to none in the game, and he's a top class player. His defensive reads as well are also quality. So I've only played him probably twice or three times throughout the last couple of tours. So yeah, no, it's great to be partner up with him, and he's a quality player.
Did you room together a bit in 2017 as well? Elliot seems to feel that you're both on the same kind of wavelength. Do you see it like that?
Yeah, absolutely. We did room together in 17, and we played a bit. I think he played mostly at 15, but I think I did play a bit at 30 when he was at 13. I played 12 in 17. So yeah, no, we do have a bit of crack as well off the pitch, and he's a great lad. So yeah, it's building nicely.
Is this a partnership then that Lions fans should be excited about?
Yeah, absolutely. It's very exciting. Yeah, it's gonna be good, and just looking forward to getting going.
Obviously, we've just spoken to Robin. We spoke to Warren earlier in the week. They talked about the physicality in training, and Warren spoke about bone-on-bone action earlier this week. There was a bit of stomping and what have you. What's that been like for you as players? That kind of level of intensity in training this week?
Yeah, it's always going to happen, especially early on in the week. We probably need that full buy-in from the full squad, from the 31 players, or whatever. It's huge, and to bring that intensity, early on in the week, it really kind of gets us ready for what's to come on Saturday. So, yeah, no, it's massive, and we did have a tough blowout on Monday and Tuesday, and hopefully that'll have us primed and ready to rock for Saturday.
You expecting the Springboks to come even harder at you, particularly after the experience against South Africa, Ray?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's going to be a huge test for us, and I think they're going to ramp up the intensity further. And they've got an extra game under their belt now, and they'll probably be better again from what we saw when we played them a couple of weeks ago, the South Africa A team. So I think, yeah, they'll be well up for it, and there'll be huge intensity to the game.
As players, though, do you have any concerns over Marius Jonker being appointed the TMO after what happened against South Africa, Ray, and that challenge from Faf de Klerk on Josh?
Not me personally. I think the referees we full faith in the refs and the TMOs to be able to execute their job. That's what they're there for. So we've full faith in them to make the right calls.
Well, how would you put into context the magnitude now of this game on Saturday? I mean, we obviously see the build-up with you guys as players, but there's been little bits of back and forth between the management as well. So what would you say the intensity is as we're building up now to the start of this series?
I think that's all part of it as well, and it makes it more exciting to be involved in. Also for the fans as well, it's great. It's great. It's a great build up and lead into the game. For now, we travelled down to Cape Town this morning and do our captain's run at the stadium, and then that's where things get going, and it's you just enjoy the build up for it. But it's really exciting, as I said.
How ready is the group for the start of this series? How ready for the physicality that the Springboks will bring?
Yeah, we are massively ready. We've done a lot of contact work. We've had a lot of games now to date against tough opposition and big men down here. So, yeah, I think we are ready, and I think we have to expect a big kicking battle as well on our hands, and yeah, I suppose big men running at us up front.
Top man, all the best.
Cheers.
Robbie, there were probably times in the last 6 months that this series looks a long shot in happening. How does it feel to be so close to actually getting the first test underway?
Yeah, it feels great. It's been a while. With COVID, etc., people not knowing what was on the horizon, whether it would happen or not. It's great to be finally here and to have everyone behind the scenes, management and people, managing things just to get it over the line. Everyone on tour and I suppose behind the scenes have put in a lot of work to make this happen. So thank you to them.
You played about half the games you would normally play in a season this year. Do you feel better for that? Does the body feel a bit fresher at this stage?
Yeah, it's a funny one because still feel like we've played a lot of games, even though we had to compile, I suppose, the end of the 2020 season into the start of the 21 season. So yeah, it is it's a funny one. We feel like we've played a lot of games, but then the body doesn't feel too bad either. So it's really good that we're here at this point, and everyone's ready to go, and I think everyone's fit as well and available. So yeah, everyone's good.
You went a couple of weeks, though, with no game time on tour. How concerned were you getting as the tests were approaching?
Not too concerned. I knew from, I suppose, previous history with hamstrings that it wasn't major. I was, after a few days, I was back up running and doing a lot of movement on it. So it was only very minor. So thankfully that was okay. But yeah, it was good to get the game in last week and to get a couple of weeks training under the belt as well. So yeah, all good.
We've been looking at a lot of the combinations and saying, well, they've played together or they've not played together. Do we maybe overanalyze that kind of thing? Pro players, you're used to training an awful lot with other members of the squad, with guys swapping in and out. How important is match time with someone as opposed to training time?
I think on a tour like this, it's completely down to, I suppose, the time you spend on the training field, and I suppose the time off the pitch as well, doing bits of video and just getting to know each other well, because you have so little games to, I suppose, get a run at. There's a lot of changing and chopping and changing within the games, but I think you just have to be able to perform when selected, and it's completely down to the player then, and just being able to work with your partnership.
You've played 12 and 13 in the past. Against the Springboks, is there a difference between what you have to do at 12 and what you have to do at 13?
I wouldn't say there's too much difference. It's going to be a physical challenge wherever you play. I suppose both centres for the Springboks are they're very experienced, and they're very, very physical. So I think it'll be a big challenge on our hands, and one we're really looking forward to.
On that, is Damien Dialende in your mind tomorrow wearing a Munster shirt, and you therefore make sure that you have to come out on top, or is it solely Lions against South Africa?
I've played Damien about 5 times already this year, just within the Pro 14. So it's a funny one. It'll be probably match 6. But yeah, it's solely Lions versus South Africa. It's going to be a huge test, but obviously we'll have a chat. I'll have a chat after with him, as always, and he's a great player and a great guy as well.
Thank you, Robbie.
Cheers.
Hi Robbie, how's it going? Sinead here in Dublin. Congratulations on your test selection. You mentioned there about the hamstring injury. But was there a flash of a moment where you just thought, oh no, or were your family in touch? Because, we obviously had fears back here in Ireland as well for you.
Yeah, not massively, Sinead. It was at the start kind of just the medical staff were giving me good reassurance that it was very minor and it wasn't anything to be too concerned about. So just once I got my first kind of good rehab and run done, I kind of knew from then it was okay. So, but there wasn't too many. I tried to keep it as positive as I could, so there wasn't too many thoughts about returning home in a flight or anything like that.
You've been obviously in such fantastic form this year. Is this the ultimate aim now, where you're about to start in a test team for the Lions? Yeah,
it's huge for me, particularly from the last 4 years ago. To have the tour ended prematurely, and I think it was definitely a big goal for me to try and achieve, a starting spot, and it's great that I suppose the hard work I put in on and off the pitch for the last 4 years has helped me get to this point, and now I just need to, I suppose, go out and enjoy it and play my regular game and hopefully be on the winning side. And it's it's great moment for my family back home as well, and all the messages of support coming in is great.
That's great. Obviously, Bunty Aki unfortunately didn't make the matchday squad. You're obviously great mates. What's he been saying to you over the past few days?
He's been great. I've been asking him to give me a hand wherever he can. Just going in training. He trained the house down on Tuesday and was unbelievable. He's just bringing that physicality that we're going to expect from the Springboks. And then he's been brilliant off the pitch as well, just looking through video and helping me out any way I can. So no, Bundy's been brilliant.
You've been working the DLND role.
He has, yeah. He has. He's been loving it.
And just finally, has the Bowron been out? I know you said you wanted to take out and bring it with you a lot more.
It hasn't. No, we actually didn't get a Bowron in the end. We have 2 guitars though, so they've been out a bit. There's been a bit of a jamming session here and there in Ralla's room, but no, it's. I think we're fully focused now on Saturday, so that'll have to be pushed off for a few days.
Go well, Robbie. Thank you.
Thanks, Sinead.
Hey Robbie, congrats on the selection. Fair play. Can I just ask you mentioned messages from back home. Have teammates and coaches been on from Ireland and Leinster? Anything standing out in that regard?
There's been a lot of messages. A lot of coaches from Ireland setup and from Leinster have been in touch, just saying go well and enjoy it. And then just a lot of family and mates from school as well. So it's always nice to have the support back home cheering you on.
Yeah, what's their plan for watching? Are they going to have a big session in Athlone?
I think there's a gathering in Buccaneers Rugby Club. I think they have an outdoor setup out the back. So I think there's a good setup there for all the games. So everyone's looking forward to that.
Happy days. Can you just kind of sum up the season? Like Warren mentioned a few times that you were one of the outstanding players in the Six Nations. Things kind of seem to step on to the next level and playing with loads of confidence. What's the campaign been like for you?
Yeah, it's been a great year. I think considering what's went on. It's I think it's coming in here is just need to just be myself and keep that momentum going. And really enjoyed the Japan game, the first game that we played in the Lions shirt. It was a real test, and enjoyed that game. And then obviously a small bit of a setback, but good to be back on my feet last week and playing and get the minutes in, and then obviously hopefully bounce into Saturday now Yeah, it's great. I think what to expect is it's going to be a tough battle up front, and I know a battle at the gain line as well is going to be huge. So we're going to have to be try and dominate, I suppose, the gain line in the centre, and get good go forward ball for the lads.
Cheers, go out.
Cheers.
Hey Robbie, Rory here. Congrats on the selection. Chris, actually, you're obviously, you were capped young. You were kind of brought through in Ireland to be Brian's successor almost, and the Lions is always seen as the ultimate. And when 2017 didn't go your way, did you? And the injuries happened, and you kind of had that broken run of momentum. Did you ever fear that this day would never come, that you wouldn't get to this ultimate pinnacle of the game? And what do you think got you through those dark days and got you to this point?
Yeah, there was definitely a period where I suppose I had back-to-back bad injuries and couldn't get a run going really, and it was just hampered seasons. And yeah, there was definitely doubts that I suppose when you didn't get that momentum going, that what would happen around selection and things. So. But I think just getting my body right over the last couple of years, and just getting that run of games, getting that momentum that I didn't have probably in the 17-18 seasons. I think that just kind of flicked, and I got a bit of luck as well, I think, and managed to keep consistency high and just go out and play rugby and enjoy it. I think is a big thing. It's a bit of a mindset shift as well within those years. It's probably helped me get to here today.
And just it's obviously an incredible achievement, and you're getting all the well wishers from home. At what point do you take that moment and mark the achievement, but then flick towards being a winning test line and a performing test line, that you've achieved something to get here, but if you lose on Saturday, that's you'll always still have it, but it won't mean as much.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a big thing. Obviously, making the team is huge, but then you need to go out and back it up and perform. And there's huge pressure and expectation on us to get the win. So I think for us to get our things right is we've worked well during the week in training. We've have the preparation done. So it's about, I suppose, being mentally ready and emotionally ready for what's to come. And it probably starts today as well with building this up with our captain's run, and then take it from there. But yeah, I think everyone is going to be really excited for the challenge ahead.
Cheers, Robbie.
Cheers.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Robbie.
Cheers, guys.